afternoon and welcome to A Walk with Him. My name is Kadeen. I'm actually driving today, I'm not walking. I was listening to the radio and there's an advert that's been released by the RNLI. I'm not quite sure what it stands for, but there's some sort of lifeguard charity or something, and they're giving advice about what to do if you're thrown overboard, if you find yourself out of a ship or a boat for whatever reason. Not quite sure why they're advertising that in London. There's nothing but the River Thames out here, but you know. They give advice and they basically say if you find yourself in that situation, that your immediate response is going to be to try to swim, to trying to get out of, you know, this crisis. But what is going to happen is that your body is not going to be able to control its involuntary gasp in that new situation, in that new climate, and you will take in water and you will drown. So actually the best thing to do and the safest thing to do is to pause, take a minute, float, allow your body to climatize to this new shock, to this temperature, to this crisis, and then you will be in a position to respond appropriately. Lashed me, boy. Lashed me. I am so guilty of trying to, you know, respond when something happens. If there's a crisis or there's work to be done or there's pressures, there's expectations on me, I'm like, okay, work, let's do this, let's do something about it, we've got to act. We've got to act now. Most of the time what happens is I get overwhelmed, I get flustered, and I start to gasp and take in water. Do you know what I mean? And it made me think, because that's what I do, I'm a reflective person, about times that I do that, and actually what I need to do is pause, float, rest in God's presence. And the Bible says that times of refreshing come from the presence of the Lord. Like, just rest in God's presence, allow Him to rejuvenate me and empower me, give me perspective, tell me the wisest and smartest thing to do, and move forward in that way. There's a story in the Bible in Luke, Martha and Mary, two sisters. Martha was the old miserable one, Mary was the younger sister, and they were the sisters of Lazarus. So if you guys know, you know that those were like Jesus's people, them, like his family who weren't family, like those were his people. And Jesus is in the area, stops by, Martha invites him in for dinner, and Martha goes around busying herself, cleaning the house, currying up the goat, seasoning up some chicken, soaking the peas. She's getting the meal ready, as she should. And Mary is with Jesus, and Martha gets frustrated, as older sisters do. I put my hand up to that. I'm like, yo, don't you see things need to be done? Martha's like, Jesus, can you talk to Mary? Does she not see that I need help getting this feast together? And Martha was right. She was being hospitable. She was being sociable. She was doing what was socially accepted at the time, which is taking care of, you know, her guests. But Jesus chastised her, corrected her, and said, no, wait a minute. Actually, Mary's where she's supposed to be. She understands that I'm the most important thing in this house, and the most important thing to do is to be around me, to rest with me, to take on as much as she can from me while I'm here. And that's what you need to be doing, basically, is what he was saying to her. And there's another version of events in another book in the Bible. I can't quite remember. When I find it, I'll let you know. But it actually says that Mary dipped her hair in perfume and laid it over Jesus' feet, i.e. she worshipped. So not only was she trying to get as much from him as she could, but she was giving to him the most expensive thing in her life. She was giving to him the thing that cost her the most, which was perfume, and lavishing him in it. Do you know what I mean? So what I've realized from this advert, and what I'm going to say to you is, like, in these situations, pause, float, rest in God's presence, give him your best, give him your time, give him your attention, your dedication, and allow him to rejuvenate you and prepare you and get you ready to respond to the crisis, or respond to the situation at hand, or attend to those guests, or deal with the expectation that's laid upon you. Just rest, boy. Rest in God's presence. Rest in God's presence. What do you do when crisis hits you? Do you try to respond quickly and then gasp and get overwhelmed and take in water and drown? Or are you going to challenge yourself to take a moment, pause, float, rest in God's presence, and then respond with his power and guidance? are my reflections for you.